Have you ever noticed someone crossing their arms just after you do? Or leaning forward the moment you lean in? Maybe you thought it was coincidence, but what if their brain made the decision before they even realized it? There is a quiet conversation happening between people, one that doesn't use words, one that your nervous system has been speaking since long before you learned language, and understanding it changes the way you see every interaction. Problem deep dive. Most people believe communication happens through sentences, but your brain pays attention to something much older: movement. The angle of someone's shoulders, the pace of their breathing, the way they tilt their head while listening. Imagine sitting with a friend at a cafe. You take a sip of coffee. A few seconds later, they do the same. You rest your elbow on the table. Soon, they shift into almost the same position. Neither of you planned it, neither of you noticed, yet both brains were quietly exchanging information. This happens in meetings, on dates, during interviews, even between strangers waiting at a bus stop. Your body is constantly asking a silent question: are we safe together? And sometimes another person's body answers without saying a word. But not everyone mirrors you. Some people remain completely still. Others deliberately move differently. Why? That answer has less to do with manners and much more to do with how the brain predicts social safety. Reframe. If people copy your body language, it doesn't automatically mean they like you. And if they don't, it doesn't mean they dislike you. The brain is more practical than emotional. It constantly searches for patterns that reduce uncertainty. Behavioral psychologists call this social synchronization. Your nervous system is designed to reduce friction with the people around you, not because you're weak, because cooperation helped humans survive for thousands of years. Imagine two musicians playing together. Neither waits for instructions. They naturally adjust their rhythm. Human interaction works the same way. Your body is not only expressing your thoughts, it is constantly negotiating connection. This changes something important. Mirroring is rarely manipulation. Most of the time, it's adaptation. And understanding that removes a lot of unnecessary overthinking. But adaptation still needs a mechanism. What exactly inside the brain makes this happen? Psychological mechanism. One explanation comes from neuroscience through what researchers call the mirror neuron system. When you watch another person's movement, certain brain cells become active, almost as if you were performing that movement yourself. Your brain creates a quiet internal simulation. Not a perfect imitation, just enough to understand another person's intention. Think of your brain as a tuning fork. Strike one tuning fork, another nearby begins vibrating at a similar frequency. People often work the same way. One nervous system subtly influences another. But mirror neurons alone don't explain everything. Your brain is also constantly making predictions. According to predictive processing, the brain tries to guess what will happen next instead of waiting for complete information. Matching another person's posture gives the brain more accurate predictions about their emotional state. It reduces uncertainty, and the brain loves reducing uncertainty because uncertainty consumes energy. Here's another mental model. Imagine two phones trying to connect through Bluetooth. The first step isn't sharing files, it's finding a compatible signal. Body language often serves as that signal. Before trust, before conversation, before friendship, there is synchronization. This is why therapists often unconsciously match a client's posture, why close friends laugh together, why couples who've spent decades together sometimes begin moving almost identically. Their brains have spent years tuning into each other. Yet this same mechanism has a darker side. People experiencing anxiety often become hyper-aware of other people's movements. Instead of synchronizing naturally, they start monitoring every gesture. And once attention becomes conscious, behavior becomes stiff, like trying to walk normally while thinking about every muscle in your legs. The more control you force, the less natural you become. So how do you work with your brain instead of against it? Practical framework. 1. Slow your own movements. Your nervous system influences the emotional pace of an interaction. Moving slightly slower gives another person's brain more predictable information to process. Predictability lowers cognitive load. That's why calm people often make others feel calm. Imagine entering a stressful meeting. Instead of rushing into your chair, you sit down slowly, breathe once, and begin speaking naturally. Without realizing it, others often reduce their own pace, not because you controlled them, because nervous systems naturally search for stability. 2. Focus on genuine curiosity instead of performance. When you're busy wondering how you look, your brain shifts attention inward. Psychologists call this self-focused attention. It increases anxiety and decreases awareness of other people. Instead, become curious. Notice their tone, their pauses, their breathing. When attention moves outward, synchronization becomes effortless because your brain has richer social information to work with. For example, during a conversation, stop rehearsing your next sentence. Simply listen. Your body naturally becomes more responsive. 3. Let mirroring happen naturally. Many communication guides suggest copying another person's posture, but deliberate imitation often feels artificial. The brain detects forced behavior surprisingly well. Instead, allow your attention to stay fully present. Natural mirroring emerges as a side effect of connection, not as a strategy. Think about laughing with an old friend. Neither of you plans when to smile. It simply happens. That's the difference. 4. Regulate your nervous system before social situations. Your body language begins long before you meet anyone. If your nervous system is overwhelmed, your posture, breathing, and facial muscles quietly communicate tension. A simple minute of slow breathing before entering a room activates the parasympathetic nervous system. This lowers physiological arousal. Your movements become smoother. Others unconsciously perceive less threat. Imagine waiting outside an interview. Instead of checking your phone repeatedly, you take 6 slow breaths. Nothing dramatic changes, yet your body enters the room differently, and people respond to that version of you. 5. Watch for emotional synchronization instead of physical imitation. The deepest form of mirroring isn't crossed legs or folded arms, it's emotional rhythm. Someone matching your pace of conversation, pausing when you pause, smiling gently after you smile. These signals often reveal stronger connection than identical posture. Behavioral science shows that shared emotional timing predicts trust more consistently than isolated gestures. So stop searching for exact copies of your movements. Look for shared rhythm instead. That is where genuine connection usually lives. Think of every interaction as 2 rivers meeting. Neither river forces the other. Each adjusts gradually. Sometimes they flow together, sometimes they separate naturally. Your nervous system isn't trying to win conversations, it's trying to understand whether another nervous system feels predictable enough to connect with. That's the real purpose of unconscious mirroring, not manipulation, not persuasion, but coordination. Every movement becomes part of an invisible dialogue. Every pause becomes information. Every relaxed breath quietly tells another brain, you don't have to stay on guard. And once you see this, you stop obsessing over individual gestures and begin noticing the rhythm underneath them. The next time someone quietly copies your body language, don't rush to interpret it. Don't assume it means attraction or approval. Simply recognize that for a brief moment, 2 nervous systems found a shared rhythm. And if nobody mirrors you that day, remember something equally important. Connection isn't something you force. It's something the brain allows when it feels safe enough to connect. Sometimes the most powerful body language isn't a gesture at all. It's the quiet calm that gives another person permission to relax beside you. Because long before people remember what you said, your nervous system remembers how it felt to be around you. And that silent memory often speaks loudest.